Hello, this is Christoph of Kaiserworks. I'm going to be presenting the Wolfe House. Wolfe House is a Spanish colonial historic home built in 1917. This is located in downtown Phoenix in Garfield Historic District, 1111 East Fillmore, Phoenix, Arizona 85006. This has informally been deemed a historic contributor by Phoenix Historic Preservation, and for good reason. There's not many historic colonials of this good a state of preservation. We're looking here at the north elevation of the house. The original windows have been replaced and oversized. This one in particular has been oversized with an aluminum single pane window that was probably installed in the 70s or 80s, and the same is true for this window, also facing north, and most of the windows around the east and the west side of the structure. This chimney, it's difficult to tell from this photograph, but from about 9 feet and above, it is in fairly bad disrepair and will need to be removed and rebuilt. I'm going to take us now to the existing floor plan. So here again we see this is the chimney that we were just talking about. That's on the east side of the building. This is the existing porch. As you come into that door, there's an existing living room, an existing dining room. The kitchen is over here in the southeast corner of the house. And then this hatched area here you could say a lean-to, 2x4 construction that's been added to the house. This is in very poor condition and never was built to any great standard. On this west portion of the house, this is the private wing of the house. There's 2 bedrooms separated by a bath, and then there's some storage. 2 closets that are accessible from each bedroom, and then 2 closets that are accessible from this hallway. This is an existing site plan. Here we have 2 existing structures at the back of the property. Both of these are in a state of very serious disrepair. I'm just going to give us a quick overview of where the house is situated in relation to downtown Phoenix. Here's the downtown skyline. We are looking west and slightly south in this overview. Here you can see these 2 structures at the back of the property, and those 2 will be coming out. This is 11th Street here, running north-south. This is Fillmore, running east-west. This is a roof plan of the existing site here on the left, and then the existing building here on the right. This is the mission style roof that sheds in the east-west direction, and then there's an additional shed that or roof slope that sheds in the north direction here. There's a parapet condition for this southeast corner of the house, and then this is the addition that was added on with 2x4 construction. So to be clear, if I go back to the plan here, this existing south wall of the house is brick, as is the entire perimeter of that house. I'm going to jump now to some precedent study. Spanish colonial is the aesthetic of the original house, and this is what we're going back to as we refurbish the street facade or street-facing face of the house. We will be looking to Spanish colonial and bringing it back as closely to what was originally built as we possibly can. Looking at the interiors, we will be looking to historic Spanish and historic Spanish modern as a sort of aesthetic reference point. And then for the addition that is south-facing, not visible from the street, we're going to be looking to Spanish modern, which is basically a pared-down, simplified form of the Spanish colonial, where you have thick pochets in the original Spanish colonial. That motif is carried over into Spanish modern, but it is stripped of a lot of the ornament that you have in the original Spanish colonial and also Spanish colonial revival. Looking now to the floor plan, this area that is not hatched is the original home. We've taken off the addition that sat here at the south, and we're also proposing taking the original arch that you pass through en route to the front door and extending it. This was actually a request by our client, and we agree that currently, if you go back to the house, this is a very choppy form. where you have this primary face that is the bedroom, and then it steps back a little bit to have this this archway, which is only large enough to really get out from under the rain. It's not a sitting porch, and their request was to take this arch and to continue it again directly east of it, so that you have an area for sitting, that you can actually sit in front of this window and enjoy a sitting porch. As you come through the front door, what was previously formerly the dining room will remain the dining room, and directly in front of that, walking to the south, we have a kitchen. We're opening up this kitchen so that it can share a common space with the addition. So this is a new living room area that we're proposing, and we'd like for this entire space, this entire common space, to read as one volume. And so we're opening up that southern portion of the existing house. The private wing of the house, or the bedroom wing of the house, is being preserved. This is going to be a cosmetic restoration. We're actually preserving the existing oak floors, sanding those down with a drum sander to the original white oak, and those will be refinished as a clear sealed white oak. The original bathroom is going to be restored like for like, and our client would like to use this front room as their in-home office. They work from home. So one of the changes we are proposing is that this, what is currently a window, would become steel case French door at this location here, and then the same is true for this dining window. We'd like for this to for the glass to go all the way to the floor, and that's an effort to bring in more natural light as deep as we can into the house. This pink area denotes the addition. So the main home as existing, or as we're showing here, is 857 square feet. The new addition is 757 square feet. And then we're introducing or showing 461 square feet of covered patios. That's the blue hatch. So again, moving through this open kitchen area to the living space, and then passing through this door to the west, you're in the master wing of the house, which again we've lined up with the existing private bedroom wing of the original house. This is the master bedroom, and then passing through a pocket door into the master bathroom. There's a freestanding sort of a modern clawfoot tub that sits here, 2 vanities. This is a walk-in shower. This here is the water closet. And then this is a pass-through door that goes out to a private garden. Looking now to a landscape plan coming off of Fillmore, this is a new concrete walk. We're proposing an enclosed 3-foot high wall that will enclose a patio space that precedes the house. So you walk through an entry garden underneath of 2 palo brea trees, one inside of this small entry court, one outside of that entry court. This would be our client's personal private outdoor space directly off of the in-home office. A guest would come through this gate here and then walk underneath of the covered patio and then directly into the house here. Surrounding the house, this hatch denotes a mix of succulents, an herb garden, cactus, and agave. And you can see that as a continuous treatment where the house meets the ground in most areas. Moving to the back side of the house, as you come through this living room, this is a sort of an outdoor extension of that living room. It is covered to this point here. So this is a deep covered patio area, and the effort here is we would like to give our clients some private outdoor space, but we're battling the southern sun, and so a deep overhang is necessary from that standpoint. We're showing 2 large shade trees on the south side of the property, one in front of this master suite area with a square of turf, and then another one as the central feature at this outdoor fireplace, which again is functions as an extension of this living room. So the living room has an indoor component, has an outdoor component, and then that bleeds out into this garden area. Beyond that, to the south, we're showing a swimming pool. This is a 5-foot deep wading pool. And then on the east side of that, we're showing a wall. We're seeing this as a vine-covered wall, and again, these as vine-covered walls. They will sometimes have an RV in the backyard, and that would be sitting right here in the southeast corner of the yard, and these walls would help screen that from view. There's a single car garage that is accessed via the alley by an automated gate, and then there's a single door that takes you from that single car garage into the backyard and then into the house. This next slide is showing existing versus new. Everything that is blue hatched is new construction. Everything that is red hatched is existing, and where you see, existing to be demolished. So this is the wood frame addition that is sort of tacked on to the back of the house, the south end of the house. And then this is the original exterior wall on the south side. We had talked about leaving this portion, but in effort to get a kitchen and a living room that really flow together, we decided to go ahead and take this small portion of the exterior building envelope out. And then, of course, where you see those two hatches intersect, this is existing to remain. And there's a large portion of the existing footprint and house functionality that we are trying to preserve in this design. This is a slide showing the proposed roof plan. So we're keeping everything at the front where we see this mission style shingle roof, the existing parapet, and this is where we are growing a new parapet condition or a new flat roof. This new flat roof we are increasing in height by 24 inches. We don't believe that's going to be visible from the street edge. And this is a request of the client. They'd like to have larger ceilings in the addition of the home, as the ceilings in the existing home are, I believe, 8'6" tall. They have beautiful a cove condition where the walls meet the ceiling, but it's not that tall. So we're trying to create a counterpoint to that in the addition of the home. Looking now to the elevation, this is the north-facing elevation. These are effectively the same image. One is showing with the landscape wall that we're proposing, the 36-inch tall landscape wall, and one is without that 36-inch landscape wall. So we're showing, here's the original arch, here's a continuation of that with a second arch, and we're showing steel case glass windows / doors that come all the way to the ground here at the main entry, and then again at what will be the home office. This is that same elevation but rendered with materials. So we're showing the original terracotta roof. We're proposing a sand finish stucco to replace. There's actually a number of different types of stucco that are visible on the house. Currently, from Santa Fe to skip trowel to sand finish, and this smooth sand finish would replace all of that and create a homogeneous texture for the home. We're proposing a white or slightly off-white paint finish for the main body of the house, and bronze anodized steel case windows and doors. As you can see here, these are minimal profile, so it's a very thin profile window system that allows a lot of natural light into that space. Here again is the wall that defines that private outdoor entry court that leads you to the front door of the house. And we're showing here redwood slats, RV gate that's on the east side of the house, and then simply a gate that is on the west side of the house. Looking now to some elevations. This is the west elevation of the house. So we're looking here, we can see here how low a profile that existing mission style roof is. This is the inclined plane of that terracotta roof. These are the existing windows, which we're keeping and simply restoring. This is the chimney that's just peeking up overhead. And then here we can see we're adding our 2 feet of height to this parapet condition of the addition. So this entire portion here is the addition. This is the garage that we see here, and then looking through these two volumes, we see our outdoor fireplace with the low landscape walls around it. You would actually see a large, presumably mesquite tree or two mesquite trees, and that would fill this volume here. This lower elevation is simply a blow-up of that west facade. And then moving now to the east property elevation, I'll start from the back this time. Here we're looking at the east facade of that detached single-car garage. These are the low landscape walls. The swimming pool is directly on the west side of that wall. Here again, landscape wall to the outdoor fireplace, to the landscape wall again. And we're showing this, the addition of the home. Behind this wall is the living room and entertainment area. We're showing an outdoor sofa that's sitting right here on that same grade level as the interior finish of the house. This dashed line denotes where the original home resumes, and we're looking at existing windows that are simply going to be restored. This is an arched entryway that leads you to the covered porch condition, and then this is the open-air patio that will have a large, most likely palabrea tree in the front yard, and then beyond this is the landscape area of the front yard. We did a quick sort of material mock-up of what that swimming pool area might look like, looking at the garage, creeping fig covered wall. We're using Powys Castle in this area of our continuous landscape border condition. And then over here on the right, this is a typical material condition that you might see at any number of places in the house. You've got the smooth finish, stucco, painted white. We're showing a rain gutter condition that is a factory finish paint terracotta to match our clay tile roof, and then our steel case windows with hard edge stucco at the corner of the windows, and then here again is our continuous landscape condition at the base of the house. We hope you enjoyed this presentation, and we look forward to hearing your thoughts. Thank you.